Hello, Brad, again with another fragrance review. This time will be on Dolce & Gabbana's The One Gentleman. And this fragrance came out in 2010 and is classified as an Oriental. Top notes of pepper, middle notes of lavender, cardamom, and watercress. And then the base, patchouli and vanilla. Base noters gave it 11 positives, 8 neutrals, and 9 negatives. It's a kind of a mixed batch of reviews there. And I got this little sample here from a buddy of mine at work. His name's Cliff. He has a small little collection of fragrances himself. I'm not really, a fragrance fanatic or anything like that, but he probably has about, I would say, maybe half a dozen pretty good fragrances in his arsenal. So thanks, Cliff. But on to the fragrance. Sprayed a little bit on my wrist about 10 minutes ago. You do get that vanilla smell in there all the way through. It's pretty light and moderately sweet. There's also apparently some kind of a citrus in here. Some note breakdowns say grapefruit or apple. I think that's where the candy kind of quality comes from. Some people say it smells like juicy fruit gum. I've heard apple pie. Robes08 said it smelled like those marshmallow peanuts. If I had to pick something, I'm going to say probably like an orange creamsicle. I do kind of get like an orange smell here for some reason, and I do remember one other reviewer, I think it was at Fragrantica, did say they got a creamsicle vibe from it, so that's kind of where I stand with it. However, it does have some spice in there, a light pepper, the patchouli. Not to say that I'm not really overall a big fan of patchouli, but patchouli here doesn't bother me too much. So yeah, I do like it. I can see this being a good Oriental for your first Oriental. If you're not really sure about Orientals, this is a pretty safe starting point. Some of the other Orientals out there, like Hypnos, they're pretty headache-inducing and strong, and not really that versatile. But this one you can pretty much wear anytime, I think, like in the fall or the winter, during the day at work, evenings, around the house. So it's pretty versatile. I'm not sure if I'd wear it in the summer, but yeah, definitely cooler weather. It's pretty versatile. Uh, Pretty similar scent might be something like Guess by Marciano, which is another light Oriental that I kind of like. Not sure which one I actually like better. Probably both about equally the same. But Guess by Marciano is cheaper. So if you're looking to save a few bucks, you might want to check into Guess by Marciano as well. But onto the scores. The smell, I'll give it about 7 out of 10. Nice smell. Comes across as a bit generic to me, though. Probably because I've already smelled Guess by Marciano. Kind of ruined the overall effect a little bit for me, personally. And therefore, uniqueness, give it about 6 out of 10 because it just doesn't blow me away as anything too unique. Projection longevity isn't that great either. It does okay for a couple hours, and after that, you get another couple hours close to the skin before it fades away. Price point, Dolce & Gabbana fragrances are probably going to cost you about 50 or 60 bucks a bottle or so. So, about 6 out of 10 for the price point. Overall, I'll give this about 7 out of 10. I would probably try to save a few bucks myself and go with Guess by Marciano myself. Definitely don't think this one is nearly as good as the original one, which is a fantastic fragrance. This one doesn't quite measure up to the excellency of that one. Kind of like comparing Alec Baldwin and Billy Baldwin, I guess, with this one being Billy. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I wouldn't mind wearing it. I just don't think I would push the trigger and buy it. But probably if you want to have a complete collection, it's good to have an Oriental in your collection. And not everybody's going to like Orientals. But this one would probably be a good one to have, just so you can say you have some kind of an Oriental in your fragrance collection. So check it out. The One Gentleman by Dolce & Gabbana. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.